Welcome again to Cooking in Ida's Kitchen. Today, Sunday, March 19th, I think. Well, I don't think it matters the date anyway, but today's Sunday, and I will be trying to upload on Sundays because that's, when I have more time to really cook. So today, as I said, I'm cooking curry chicken, some white rice. My rice of choice is always jasmine rice, so I'll be doing jasmine rice also, and some steamed cabbage. And with my steamed cabbage, I add a little carrots in it. So I grate those carrots, so shred them, and add to my cabbage. Right here, I've already gone ahead and cut up the season I'm already using. I have scallions here, onions, garlic, thyme, bell peppers, red and yellow. I really don't like green bell peppers that much because it's sort of green. And if I add it to my curry, it sort of gives it a green taste. And also I've got 2 Scotch bonnet pepper, orange and red. This is some of the season I'm going to use on my chicken. I've already put some of that in the pot that I'm going to be cooking the chicken in. Okay, my season I like to cook, I add this to the chicken already in the pot. I add some black pepper to my pot. I just pour it in. I have a little poultry seasoning, just sprinkle it around. I use lemon pepper seasoning because sometimes chicken has a taste and a smell that the lemon helps to get rid of. You cannot use too much because the lemon is a bit overpowering. Excuse me. And then adobo, onion powder. I love this. I can't pronounce that Spanish word. So I'm a Spanish people, you know what I'm saying. Because it's a lot of chicken, you can use a lot of it. My curry, I don't keep it in a package it comes in because it's not a zip. It's not something you can zip tight, ziplock. So I pour it in a bottle to keep it fresh. The curry I like to use is Better Pack curry. This is from Spanish Town, Jamaica. That's where I'm from, and that's what I like to use. It's because of the color and the flavor it gives. I put curry on my chicken because of the flavor, because of the color I would like it to have. I also add curry to my pot, and then when I'm cooking it, I'm just blending in the seasoning that I've added to it. I blend it in. Making sure all the pieces are covered in curry. There are times when you're cooking, you might have to add seasoning to your pot, but I add enough right here just to give it some color so my chicken doesn't look pink. It will have some color to it. I'm also going to be adding all of my vegetables to this. My seasonings, vegetables, whatever you want to call them. I call them seasoning because you use them to season your meat, so they're seasoning. You have powdered seasoning and you have herbs. Yes, I said that. Powdered seasoning, and these would be herbs, garlic and herbs. I like to have fun. So, cooking is fun. You make it fun. You enjoy, so you can enjoy what you're doing. And I enjoy cooking. I really do. Okay. And I've got a daughter over there acting like the clown. singing, just sitting over there laughing. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. She's just being silly. Okay, I'm done seasoning up my meat, and I'm going to just let it marinate for 30 minutes. And over here, I've got some seasoning in the curry in my pot. I'm just going to add some curry to that. Because this helps to give it the curry a little bit more color. Then I use canola oil because of the amount of meat I have. I add enough oil in there to get it to, so it's enough to blend in the meat. And I'm going to show you how this is. I normally do this. Because it's a big pot, I'm turning the temperature up to medium, and I'm just going to allow all of this to just cook up, to get heated up, so I can go ahead and show you how I blend in the meat to this. Okay, so the seasoning is being heated up with the curry in the oil, and I'm just allowing this to get a little bit darker, so it will help to give the chicken the curry color, that nice dark burnt looking yellow color of for the curry. In this, as I said, I've got onions, scallion, bell red and yellow peppers, and some Scotch bonnet pepper. And you just want to get it looking burnt. It just needs to be burnt a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, you sort of want it to look dark. It shouldn't still be looking yellow. Just a nice dark brown color. Okay, so I'm going to be moving and over here with the chicken. And this is the bouillon cube. I normally would have mixed it in with that, but because I didn't, I'm just going to mix it in here. This is for a little more spice flavor. And then because the oil is hot, I slowly spoon the chicken in. After I put on gloves and just lift it in, which I probably should do. That could be a little bit quicker. Pass my gloves, please. 2 pairs of gloves. I mean a pair of gloves, sorry. Because this will just make it easier. So if I did this, it's easier putting them in like this. I mean, you can spoon it in depending on the quantity that you're cooking. I'm cooking a lot, so it's going to take a lot of time if I'm spooning in 1 spoon at a time. And it's good to the last drop. Every bit of seasoning that I have, don't make no sense to waste it. Oh yes. Okay. And now you just have to blend it in, so the curry that was being burnt, to give it the color, you just have to blend it in with that. It's a piece of chicken. We're trying to escape the pot, must be saying, I don't want to be cooked today. I'm a bit quirky like that. But we're going to cook this chicken. I'm just blending it in. It will start to get into the color. When you're done blending it in, it should start be looking like this little piece here. You can see where it's changing color because it's being blended in and being cooked and starting to stick together. Okay, I'm just gonna let this heat up for a little bit, and then we're gonna show you the finished product in a little bit when it's all cooked. Okay, so this is how the curry chicken looks. I don't normally add water to my curry chicken because the steam springs its own water, and so this is how it comes together. I don't have to boil the chicken. It makes its own steam and it cooks, but I check it periodically to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pot. So I'll get to the bottom of the pot and just to make sure it's not sticking down there, because sometimes it will stick. So it's just coming on real fine, just gonna stay there. I just need to add, just to make sure what's on top won't dry out too much, and then to have the bottom being cooked and not the top. So I just share the love. Okay, so we're done with that for now. And so I'm cooking, I'm going to be making some carrots. Cabbage. And I've added carrots to my mix. I've already gone ahead and prepared all of my vegetables to cook. And I'm just going to add all of this to the pot. And I'm just going to allow that to saute. It's going to take some time because I like my onions to cut out. When I do my carrots, my cabbage, my steamed cabbage, I don't cut my bell peppers too small. I like them because I like to see the flavor in the cabbage, because the cabbage is so white. You want a little color in it, added to it. And so I allow them to give it its color. I use a lot of cherry or grape tomatoes because those also add color to whatever you're cooking. Like the cabbage, it adds color to it. Sometimes I do add a little curry to my cabbage, depending on what I'm preparing that with. If I'm preparing that with corned beef, that is the canned corned beef, I'll add a little curry for the flavor. I can still add a little curry to this for the flavor, but because for the purpose I'm making this for, I will not add curry to it. And also because I have tomatoes in here, and I don't add, when I make curry, I don't normally add tomatoes to my curry. So that's the only reason why I won't be adding any curry to this one. So I'm just going to allow this to saute. The cherry pepper tomatoes, I will cut them eventually once they're softened, because normally my vegetables like this, I freeze them And the reason why I freeze them because they last a little bit longer. If when I leave them just in the refrigerator, even though it's a crisper, it still makes it go bad. But like this, it doesn't go bad. It is still fresh. Okay, so now I've added, the seasoning is all cooked, sauteed. So now I've added the carrots and cabbage. And I'm just going to turn it up so that the sauteed vegetable will blend in with the carrot, the cabbage. I keep on saying carrot. I don't know. Just so it will blend in. Maybe I should be using a fork. But this is easier. So I'm just going to allow this to really blend in, and as it is blending in, it will change the color of the cabbage. The cabbage won't look too white, but first I have to get all the seasoning from the bottom to go up. I have not added any Scotch bonnet pepper to this because it's going to go along with the curry chicken, and the curry chicken already has enough pepper in it. And so that's going to be too hot, too spicy, and then you might not be able to sit and eat the meal. But if you have not put as much Scotch bonnet pepper in the curry, you can add some to your cabbage if you like. But I'm cooking the cabbage down as a vegetable to go with the curry chicken and the rice, so I don't have to add any pepper to this. I'm not cooking the cabbage as an entree, but more as a vegetable. So I'm going to allow this to steam for a little bit, and then I'm going to be adding, once it's steamed a little, I'm going to be adding just a couple of seasoning to it, which is the Goya, some onion powder, the adobo, and I like to use garlic and pepper seasoning grinder, and also a little black pepper. I also have the chicken bouillon. If you like salt on your cabbage, as I said, I'm cooking for vegetable. I'm not going to add salt to it because the gravy from the curry will do just that. So I won't be adding any of that. This will have all of the spice I need to add any flavor and the salt that I want to add into this pot. Okay. As the cabbage steams down, it's going to get smaller, and that's when, you know, depending, as I said, how soft, how tender you want your cabbage to be, you can either turn it off at that time. I normally just add my spices to this when it's like this. It's a little onion powder. All of this is just for flavor, not for to add in the salt, but more flavor. And then I'll just allow that to go ahead and steam.